Ebola, 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 Ebola. Every baby be a co-working secretary. The baby co-work. Every man, I just said, cry out. Bibi, I just said, share out. Nasari is Swami Simika, watch him wow. Yari, Yamisi, make a watch him wow. Any unwed draw. Any unwed draw. Ebola. 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 Ebola.
Virus.
Ebola.
Virus.
Ebola.
Virus.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you're here, oh, what a tragedy. Created in 1977, oh, what a issue, tearing mankind like a tissue. Babylon Broadcast Corporation propaganda says a voodoo or African juju. William Scoville, yes, was his name. On River Congo, he played his very dirty game. Much wickeder than the days of Adolf Hitler. Universal quality Ebola. Great kill than the HIV. Check it on your internet or TV. No cure for the rich, much less the poor. Hey, yeah, Ebola is a bite from the beast. So watch how you eat your bloody meat. Friends can even hug when they meet. Changing a livity, lad, it's no sweet. See, Ebola is a bite from the beast. So watch how you eat your bloody meat. Friends can even hug when they meet. Rastafari after speed.
Match bone.
Keep it burning.
Bone. The fire must burn.
Aye.
Bone.
Oh, BTB.
Yeah, man, love, you know. Love.
Nice tune.
Rastafari.
Nice tune. So, for the country, no cover.
Mini amigo so. Oh, Nyamina dom salafia da ro ma yetin kwamu die. Ye say, mbani forecast me say o si secretary ma da bodu emu die. E say dia seda ma onu Nyankopon. Na afen so me nwie yo, me chia motiefo nyina. Edubam hampanimfo nyina. Everybody who is listening to me. Bobo Shanti say, ayo do I don't
know how did the concept come about. What have you developing in what way?
Ebola ne de chese woman suamu enim de se yakase woman suamu enim de a e fa yare wamu a e ma Ebola yare we a omse aba no yenum pese fo de yenim se e ya brofo na criticize yare.
We'll come to that one.
Ebola yare ne de wo hwe trekunkunmu a trekunkun kan sempi e edisem o say efa yare bebre beba wom a wom di ewiase nyina so no enam se omota ma so se omo si fom ne ma yen akasa ewiase ye de yare ye abibi mamma no yen se sore no om be fa yare huru bebrebe so na yare aba na trekunkun me yem se antre wom potia yare ne be fi be de beba eni ntina yen so ye wo ha ye be chiri.
Okay, very nice. Demo, Bobo Nema Munchi Mukaka, Ebola, if you know Abba. Now, I think that we're talking about the few songs that matter concerning Ebola, and when I am to be really honest. Now, composition, you know, in terms of collaboration, I'm dealing with Rastafari Council near the idea. What as to how the concept really came about, any collaboration.
As you can say, Rastafari,
Rastafari, okay.
Now, DJABI,
okay.
Now, Papa, be a friend, Aswa. Okay. Krabia. On a Rastafari council, DJABI. Now, Mrs. Okay. Now, Miss my former company, I said, believe the Bible. Okay. Believe believe the Bible. Okay. Okay. Now, me buy no, meaning say, Yarena, what I'm saying, my Miss Trabucci, me buy. So the day I knew no more idea, almost only the bit too much. Okay. And you see, and it's a buy, I'm a bit to Rastafari council. Then almost quite a woman in that. And I'm saying, it's hard, the way I used to be to me, a boy at home by any say. African memory, one not to be memory. That I never put another bit to be. And this is what trust in me. Okay. And I talk about it. You mean, if I'm a more greater awareness. Okay. Mohisham Kakani, Ebia, Fako, and start going to know about you. You are Miami. Okay, USA. And you can Nema Hodo, yeah, far Ebola, you know, between actually. Because you see, I'm the Ebola a dangerous virus. Na the fire by and input, and wasn't sign son, only personal. You can know anything. Ah, Meadows, no matter now, as someone said, Ebola, Yarena Casari, say a good in Ebola, I am in percent of reference Ebola. Now, maybe a Guinea Ebola, and I mean, Cassia Trinity Ebola. Okay. I'm a Casa Yaria for the island. Abba. I won't perform which the much some of the tire. Okay. Now, anything, Sayari is a boa. Almost say a dream. We are dream no more. We are tired. Okona Korea about to say up here. When you are many who say about now free about memo on Baham tourism. Omona, it's me for credit security virus or bar unsum plan. But now say we didn't do too much, you know. Why didn't I say or what? And I will mean can say over time we never been none. But there were more phobia or more. Make us a beach. Almost one year must wait. And I mean, say a dangerous, but a seven can because I saw you paying me airport away. Now, any say, which needed for the boom, I want to them, I want to walk away. Say, I am a boa, I won't and soon be. Say, dear, meaning, send me 10 or 2 years, and kind of pet, meaning different. So we just nice baby, not all now. Immediately now, unless when you tell me by say, oh, at the same minute, which I mean now. And I told you so bad ones will be red nose shower and swat. Now a boa, and none you look at not satisfying him. Maybe say, who are now what you? I'll be ten. I feel now we am. Malaria, I want to be young. We am your afternoon to the car. I will call the good affection. Now, Sanyama win the chino, and for the now trip, now you now me and Sano. After I come when I come for 1 more. Upon now, in Tana, Venezuela, with young no, and Saturday, say, you go when it equal to him with your few one a but not the matter is social when I mean, I told you 1 hour. I told you would have. Mr. Bia will back it swap, and I said, and I'm a person of man who was so more. Because and then now today with the picture which will be Facebook page. Okay. Not Liberia. Not a Canadian not area hopefully Ubia who's of Fakalana. Bakalana mentioned at the Bayana Mamma. The better than a Fakala. Oh, there were back to see the cocoa. So I'm a family. I can go on. Or far almost still to start for 1% of Bakalano. I can't soon swallow paper. But me who was so. The same fan is so a plan when you have also when you know. Very, very dangerous. The cat, the back for the cat. Yes, the ancient year, and it was in a day. You then send the union be done on the car. But the woman, dear, the son of ship. No, who will say the Canadian. And if I'm with no Quana Moka was some. I really I'm son of one of the Ariano. When it has a virus, I am for him. And if you have to never consume my anyone, as a city good idea. Yes, he didn't think anyone. That is a new but you name side the corner, only name side from there. But you didn't say. We did the DJ use. What a mouse I did. I'm a nickname. There's my first one at the mommy. Only Joseph. What I just said.
Yes.
And some papa will be from Amina. Because just they believe in the one that's a woman.
Meaning Podino, nah. Yes.
Nah. You papa and Maudin.
Yes.
You papa was some other wow to how many.
No, okay.
They didn't come on.
Sanity.
The papa and Indian or the said in here. Emma,
yes.
The care won't 20 year room. Jamal will few. Sanity. Well, I read almost the buy and if it's a HIV buy,
yes.
Almost buy a woman. Anna, you see Ebola and Swaba, and so much a day. And I need to catch a crank.
Mamma Mimbusana, a Faber and Fan to me, if I had but I'm to me, a RA system, no man, I'm to me, nipper money for to me, and yes, our virus is needed.
Okay, virus not, Nina and Paraben,
okay.
America, because Africa has a 50% population. The depopulation is the first agenda. Until our share, BBC is to focus on Africa.
Okay.
So we can just focus on viewer. When you're chatting, they are saying, "Wow, and also
also
naming fiction in China."
Okay.
Because the same year, the public can be a new year in America.
Okay.
Sir, Yari, you develop one laboratory.
Okay.
At your baby or one more. The sea has not make him once. I need to say anything here whom we say laboratory ben you criticize because America baby anyone while which in Yako. It's our question. It's a Ghana Hong Kong and I'm saying you give you it was 60 places among for developers weapons. Destroy it.
Instead of a simple be a found somebody a bread be my and if I wow. Yenfa enyumi a wo fa so na afi wodi abodewri enyumi enyuma man for society but ugidi say betumi a carry message no betumi penetrate say na wo hwe no
me hwe enyum na fam a enyum de abram
amam obi aso penyum
ana say ye wo fukura ye
bonyo
obi see ade kra. No,
I revoke be muka yebonyo.
Ibia mu ne.
Yenyum, yes.
Even him say yenyum ni de. Enyam na mechirim.
Yes.
Eli pa kono say dia sama America no betimi nya botre. Ye so wo ekra, ye dia botre. Na watie e wa aso agamu a ye dia so pam. E be boa. Because enkwa ne hia. Ye ti he say nya nkwa nke ni. Na me bo.
No kwe, enkwa ne hia. Enkwa ne hia pa, enkwa ne hia. It's 2 minutes after Fageni, Bobo Shanti, or the Ebola virus awareness song here about DJABI Wahasasuna, Jaamba, Jamba. Greetings. Let me find out from you. I think your collaboration coming up with Bobo Shanti to do this one. Tell me your inspiration to at least also come on board to join in this crusade.
First of all, I did believe, or should I say, I do believe we're all in this together.
Yes.
It's in Africa, and we are the ones that are going to feel it.
Yeah.
So we should find a way. So I'm supposed to jump on it as a musician because that's what I could bring out. I'm not a doctor, I cannot take the cure.
Yes.
You know, but this is a state that it's the most dangerous thing now we're facing. You know, there is no cure, much less to prevent it as a state because you don't know who has it. You know, so it's a very critical moment that we're in.
Yes.
So we have to fight it musically.
Sure. And let me find your view concerning this virus actually that is in Africa. What do you think about it?
It's a biological war affair. It's a chemical war affair.
Okay.
You know, of which they're not going to come here and fight us with bombs, number one.
Yes.
And now to fight us with sickness, that's by giving us the virus, any which way to wipe out the African race.
Yes.
And as the way I see it, South Africa has become an extension of Europe. So we need not put it in South Africa, but bring it to West Africa. Because that's the most fastest developing part of
Africa. Sure.
Yeah, so to reduce the black population and then take control.
Okay. You're part of the song. Can you give us a freestyle? Because you were talking about people who actually eat the meat and, of course, contract the disease as a result. Can you do a freestyle of your part in the song for me right now?
Created in 1977, oh what a issue, tearing mankind like a tissue. Babylon Broadcast Corporation propaganda faith of voodoo or a African juju. Well, William Scovich was his name. On River Congo he played this very dirty game. Well, much wickeder than the days of Adolf Hitler. Universal call it Ebola. It's quick to kill than the HIV. Check it on your internet or TV. No cure for the rich, much less the poor. Hey, yeah, Ebola is a bite from the beast. So watch how you eat your bloody meat. Friends can even have when they meet. Changing identity life is no sweet. Ebola is a bite from the beast.
Europe and America.
You eat your bloody meat. Friends can even have when they meet. So Rastafari come to speak.
Nice one. But looking for the song, I think but which the song is one song, but you featured a host of people on. Why that concept? Because you won't say Jamba also, Oswald also, Jabi also, Chibify also, also Lion Justice also. Okay.
Now, the buyer now, we won't say many hours so I wouldn't be all when I'm saying. Say a day, I even now to be seen at the side anymore.
No, be awesome, bro.
We free we are. Now we are fulfilled. Now we are fulfilled. And he said,
Mr. Richard, Mr. Make a movie. Look. Maybe say, I owe you. Bianca Babi TV media production house. Okay, but your cousin can have your bonus. Okay. Okay, but your boss so cousin. 543 cases. Okay. 543 cases. Okay. 394. Okay. Liberia mom so papa. Amafu new 834 cases now ba. Inipa 466. Nigeria mom so 15 cases. Inipa 9 and a woman and rapper and Rachino. Nigeria mom in schools and they are closing down. So federal. And our bus salary on so Inipa 848. 365 so and then when I say what cut higher or more so far now 1,229. Nippon Kwa Ebola Nekuno.
Now the woman said Catherine in Yamu. Catherine in Yamu. Said about now to be me. Dr. B no free American or Casao BBC. As more kind said, and son of which may develop vaccine. And I agree between your son. I just say Nipa 5,000 a one.
Hey!
Okay, I'm young say, American here. Your friend on the Bonnie Street, Brent, Kentley. On Nancy White Ball, Liberia memo. A ball more pet near the form of America, special plane. That was only a almost Mama can't sorry. My kind wants an American India Bona.
I want to find a call. I'll go on home.
And I will go in India Bona. No, we be in India.
On the uncle.
The enemy is my name, Panama, may have a response. Go me buy a material over here.
If you don't come near, she ain't quite a bit my faso. Up and maybe. You bet my years are. I didn't buy a dear bar. Okay. You moved a dear bar. It's me, I didn't hear. I'm almost percent 5,000 and a one son. On the customer. 5,000. You some case you pan. No, that. And then can you move anymore? It says a boy hands armor. Yeah, actually.
Then they agree say you know more.
And then so yes,
I will share history more. Like slavery. And I'm in town.
Oh, yeah.
Slavery, brutality, and everything. So be a man on ten and say more. Say another one. I tell from a be my man. Be a because one who has some car, who was and I want some council swap. And I'm chilling. So they want to watch on to us. Yes, auntie. Yes, he and so on.
William, or not to Buta, Bobo Shanti, the enemy to Chencomono. Now, Yaba, you only Jabi, Obia, maybe one is a bit of a talent, but they're very hard to get him to do something like this. Anything.
You know, you're kind of a spiritual soldier. Yabi is a spiritual soldier.
Yes, of course.
Ancient to the day.
Seriously. I happened to have listened to some of his old cassettes and I was like, wow.
And if you see Yabi, he's an old lion.
Yes.
The lion of Judah.
Yes, young lion. Let's do the one with Jabi. Let's do the one with Jabi right now.
This one a Bobo Shanti again. Oh yes, again. Oh yes, again. Just again. Nami seriasi kra, ani musamwao, eneriasi mwao. Me papa koko baby bia mediao eni be birthday and I'm wow eni be birthday and I'm wow hey Ebola virus Ebola virus hey Ebola virus Ebola virus. Every man be a go watching Sakao. They be Papa. Every man I just Sakao. It's area, Yan every man, I just already Sakao. Mika wants them wow. Yare, Mika wants them wow. Nayare, Tabawa, any annual draw. Ebola virus. Ebola virus. Ebola virus. Jabi, you have any spiritual message to tell the African children in the ghetto youth them?
Let Africa arise and all its enemies scatter. Let all those that would rob and steal and cheat Africa of its natural resources be driven back. As the smoke is driven away, so let the wicked Europe and America and the Western power be driven back. As the wax melts before the fire, let them also plan the total annihilation of African earth. Because we know that the system is a fraud. The system is a fraud. I said the system is a fraud. WHO, World Health Organization, is a fraud. The White House, the CIA, and their agents, them a fraud. USA, and them agents, them a fraud, them a fraud. Buckingham Palace, MI5, is a fraud. The International Criminal Court in Hague is a fraud, is a fraud, is a fraud. Because the system is a fraud. I say the system, Babylon system, John Doe Babylon system. It's a wicked system, it's an oppressive system. Ism and schism, it's a fraud, it's a fraud. The Pope in Rome and the World Council of Churches is a fraud, it's a fraud. The white Jesus, hey, that's the biggest fraud, the biggest fraud. Lord, in my yard, black people find it hard. Under the white Jesus, Lord, boy, it's a fraud. Now look how our land used to be flourishing, with sugar cane, banana planting, gold, silver, diamond, ivory, cocoa. But you came with your AIDS and your Ebola, trying to annihilate the African people. Still we are here because we have the melanin, trying to hold on strong even though your system is a fraud. Your system is a fraud. Your system is a fraud. The fire must burn. Burn. Keep it burning. Burn. Keep it burning. Burn. Burn. The fire must burn.
Nice. 6 after 5. Jabi, let me find out your view concerning all this Ebola virus and of course your taking part in this particular song and to also help promote and create awareness.
Well, I give thanks to the brethren from BTB for the concept and the invitation to the Rastafari Council to take part in it. In fact, when I went there at first, I thought I was just going to help some of the other artists them to accomplish theirs and do theirs, but I was asked to do a little piece, and I didn't have anything, so I just went in there.
So it was a freestyle you did?
Yeah, we just did it live one time, and that was that. Yeah, like, you know, I just go inside and did something and came out, and the brethren them like it, you know, the reality is that you know, you don't need much things to talk about to know what the Ebola is. It's a conspiracy. You know, the people have a history of planning the annihilation of other peoples.
Okay.
And it's all about land acquisition and taking Africa. Okay. Africa is right now the richest place in the world, the most fertile, the most have everything. And everyone is after Africa. We know that there's a scramble for Africa. And they will do whatever they have to do. And people that have enslaved and keep our people down in a serious depression and subjugation and separation for thousands and hundreds of years. You know, they are capable of anything. And the Ebola virus is just another one of those things that have been created to worsen the African situation. One, you know, Africans outside of Africa, the desire and the eagerness to come to Africa is at an all-time high.
Okay.
Boom, Ebola quashed that.
Okay.
People are now afraid to come. Ebola, you don't see that? You see? People don't want to come anymore. Everybody afraid. The unity in the West Africa ECOWAS, all of what to work in and mash up. Nigerians can't go to Ghana, Ghana don't want to go to some book. People we are divided.
I hear even airlines that even want to fly from other places too. I mean, the place where Ebola virus is. So like they've been cut off from the world, and for the rest of Africa.
So it destabilizes the place. And then when there's confusion and then you come in as a peacekeeper, like what they did in creating child soldiers, and then go in and then have NGOs and orphanages for child soldiers. They start the fire and then come back as the fire chief. What kind of thing that? Yeah? It's fraud. The system is a fraud. WHO is a fraud. The World Health Organization, it never represents Africa, never yet. If it was real, it would have eradicated malaria. The reason why they didn't eradicate malaria was just keeping the African population in check. But it wasn't doing such a good job. Because of the melanin in our body gave us the ability to rise beyond that and to survive it. So we build a resistance to it. Then AIDS. HIV. Before you know it, it started in America and Europe. Then you hear that it shifts to Africa, and it is Africa it come from, which is lie. That is a disease that is it begins with homosexual behavior. And we know this. You see? Then Ebola. Ebola was created by the white man. Yeah. And we know that. So why aren't we looking at it? Realistically, what we have to do now is put measures in place to keep it in check. So we call on our herbalists, and our traditional healers, and our traditional people to go deep within themselves and the spiritual way. You see, when you go to a traditional healer and he's going to take a cigarette, a Benson and Hedges, and take it and blow on you, you'll be fraud. Why you go use cigarette from Europe to bring medicine, African medicine? My brothers, let's go back to the far world, to the foundation of African traditionalism, and find resistance within ourselves to these attacks. It's an attack. If we don't defend it, we're going to lose Africa because of France.
Let me find out the interest of the Rastafari Council in trying to put their effort to support this initiative.
Well, you know, the Rastafari Council has always been a social responsibility to the
because people. I remember you played a very good part in talking about the GMO thing that also came up right recently.
We are the defenders of Africa. The Rastafari people are the Pan-African living people. We don't just talk about Pan-Africanism, or we don't categorize ourselves as Pan-Africanists. We are African, Pan-African living people. Our liberty is a spirituality. It is a way of life. That is the African way of life. We promote Africa. Africa first. Race first. That's not a curse. You know, the song is not long enough because at least 75% of the things that I said, if we don't have time. So this song really and truly is not long enough for us to say the thing.
Like you have a lot to say.
Oh, my brother. The thing is that
then we have to do a remix of that song for you.
Oh, you understand?
We have to do a remix of the song for you too.
Yeah, but the council is in it because we are the watch lions of the society, of the community, of the environment of Africa.
Yeah, man.
So we have got to get involved with these social issues that affect African people. We have to defend it. We have to call it what it is. So we do research. We look into. We don't just accept. You see, Africa now has to come to the point where we don't just accept what our colonizers say. Hey, Jabi, don't say that. Colonialism is finished. You are lying. It's here. It's in the education system. We still believe it. So we have our people putting up signboards so they are preachers beside some pitch images of a white Jesus. It's a lie, it's a fraud. Biggest fraud. And we suffer underneath it, but nobody wants to say it. Yes, you understand me? Because of this philosophy that has been put on us, we don't want to act for anything that is in our own interest. And that is why I give thanks for the opportunity to at least lend my little bit of inspiration to this worthy cause. Africa.
Sure. My chief was a much I think the neighbor was SHANTI DJABI in Afi Jamba and it didn't come out concerning Ebola virus awareness song. We'll give you the opportunity to join us on the line. Yeah, my for at least some few callers it maybe now more questions and I say more contribution. I say yeah, mobile through my weight and I say mobile my props. Just do that right now. Number is 0502 40 70 71 0502 40 7072. Join us on the line after also be said and I say Chewadi and I say I just also can be. Good evening. Yes sir, but your deal is facing. What's up me? Okay. What question or contribution be about your continuity? Okay.
I see any type of anything. And then next, I propose that it's a movie. That's a young and a much at you, not a movie garden. And then the garden, I'm saying that I hear no. Yeah, see, that was a year. Tell this is the Dr. Biba, to not this year. Now, that's what I say. I know that you but I just met this time, everybody is so popular. So much watch out the white men who are surrounding us and living with us. They are people. We students attendants. They are killing us. And what North South Africans from the government of
right. Thank you very much for your contribution, my brother. Hello, good evening. Okay, Joshua, how far you must come? When you are then at Okafa, and you mean after discussions here, who are question our contribution? Okay. Okay. I think that I'm for somebody to say, we any be from now, brofono and I pump into the system. I mean for people from now. Hello, good evening. You want to do with your face? Ola no muncha than you, brother. Hello. What's your name? Okay, we deal with your faith in your contribution, Yanko. Okay, Mr. Nobody. Mina ma kasanko YouTube. Almost nipa 5,000 who answer and among say and who be here say yeah who do na amonya who emfaso Okay. Let us be Mr. Nobody. Good evening. We didn't have enough contribution, Yanko. Okay, small and me into you. Yo, okay. Yeah, that's it. Already, I'll say Ebola need Embagana member or China. Okay, yeah, that's it. Good evening. Never shall deal with our free financial contribution quickly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now for saying. Okay, for Jamestown, our crab. Me and you. No contribution quickly. Hello? Yeah, go ahead, we're listening. Okay. We give thanks for the call, brother. And if you're also listening, I think we're just running out of time. But so be now we can quickly move on after you wrap it up because the message I believe said it is sinking and it will continue to sink and people will at least get an understanding of it because Joshua Fair quite say none of them for be being waiting and I don't for the baby and I'm from the buy before ya. Let's see now. What is our partner? What is about one of the callers make us another for be being waiting. We say about from the buy we say they be about from the before no. It is not to say a bit more young more I'm carrying in say we this habit to make sure about finance side about help. Yes. Say you born in Ayana you so bin in you said the only born only ya there you say only born there you want your but you only born in there when you say a bit nine throughout history no ya ba ko semina and more fire before you know I am here brand new so near them. Thank you. The many of the television and the professor of Casa.
emu bia na wonye nhumu yi nti me the all can see because I didn't even back. But the one can say, no, not to watch. I'll bomb pie, you know, and it's what you want. And then watch everything.
Bianco, you I mean, for free, and I say, idea because I'm not for the job. And
you know, I said, yeah, Tony. About one of the now the amount back, to the amount back. If you say, oh, back, and the amount back,
sir. BTB Product Media House, my Yeshamua, and as I'm a contact now, that you know. But when they're in the church in Canada, we be all link him up.
So far, I'm taking Africa and World Against Ebola Virus.
Okay.
Africa and World
Against Ebola Virus. Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Africa and World Against Ebola. Okay.
Africa and World Against Ebola. Yeah, no, maybe I made the photos on my own now. To which me actually on now so about believe the Bible now I will crack about it. The telephone number now is 026-744
okay
53 0 for me to me okay
026-744 5105 okay and 030-233-3095
that's correct
and I'm between the link BTB Media.
So you know, man, penny, any of my moon penny, probably the 8th Pan African Congress conference at Ebasu, 27th of October.
Okay.
In Tiabeto, and Saafre, a man from some person by then or conference for Waka. I hear you penny because you practical.
Okay.
I honestly, I say, no person, for you in Saturday. On what could you pretend moon? I don't say many who say Moya Africa for you. Movie, Pan African is a moon you. Your tunes are free will be
okay. But I was not want to make up for that. I'm a member of Jamba, so Jamba, any word before we leave the studio?
Wow. I say it takes behavior to be a savior. Live a good life, a clean life, and stay away from death, you know? Yeah, man. And trample the ball in the name of the Most High.
Rastafari.
DJABI, last word quickly before we leave the studio.
The first word?
Last word.
No, I don't have last word.
Okay.
And I have all the first word.
Okay.
Yes. I'm still alive, you know.
So
yeah, we have to be very careful. One of the first resistance that we can put up against Ebola is to exercise some care and caution in our movement and what we eat. How we eat and how we drink and how we behave.
Yes, man.
We have to be very skillful with that so as to put up a resistance at first. But we must not believe everything that comes from our colonial masters. Tell them it's fraud. The system
is a fraud.
Fire must burn.
Yes. Bobo, we find out where everybody is for nothing.
Any social media, Dabema, Uchirian Ponyampon, Rastafari, anyone to Somania, hereby a Munani, a Jumam Penifunia, Yaduma Yadia, Yadian Sumano. Now a key phone to Mutia Musu Yadia, any Ayan Sumam. I mean, the Kakra mechanic say, I am Sena, a customer and you now. A bear, remember you on no dear, independent. Yana Quest, who Kayana Kaena. But said Abuebi, Amy on one Cassani, Muti, baby, Sapo, baby, dear. Kabaya and Colombian Chank. You remember my area. Now you because Guinea, Abuef bit me a free Guinea. I baby ran.
Only with any bank.
And I said, Semi, will be tinted, Sebita Fatty, I will be tinted so cry, and I said, Udonako womb cry one side. Intimate say, you Ghana for the money, your mum penny soon, I said, the Sra Moa, Mama Yamfa or Dono, any Diano, and into Boss, and you do my young cousin, name mum, I give you the Cambianian tree of us. And you shim. I see a few more. The baby who Medamas.
Yes, that's a far.
Needing so some more PBA, Obitnia after BTB Media Production, and I say Rastafari Council, and I say one Casa with
Obama in town, the maybe open you maybe Obama in town. Free, I mean, you can't
it's one of Bobo Shanti again. Life for our Bobo Shanti again. Life your servant again.
Let Africa arise and all its enemies scatter. Let all those that would rob and steal and cheat Africa of its natural resources be driven back. As the smoke is driven away, so let the wicked Europe and America and the Western powers be driven back. As the wax melts before the fire, let them also plan the total annihilation of African earth. Because we know that the system is a fraud. The system is a fraud. I said the system is a fraud. WHO, World Health Organization, is a fraud. It's a fraud. The White House, the CIA, and their agents, them a fraud. Them a fraud. USA and their agents, them a fraud. Them a fraud. Buckingham Palace, MI5, is a fraud. International Criminal Court.